YouTube. Welcome back to Baggers and Bourbon. Of course, I am your boy Cam. Hey, today, we are going to be talking about pre-trip inspection. All right, guys, pre-trip inspection, pre-trip maintenance. This is just to give you guys some things to actually look out for on your bike before you start to make long distance travels, different tips, different tools that can actually make your life easier if anything happened to you out on the road. All right, before we get started, let me go on a light us up on a good old cigar. And guys, this lighter right here, I got this off of Amazon. It's a pretty cool lighter. So first off, it's a torch, but also inside the torch is a V cutter. Also on the side of it, it's a hole punch. Also, another thing, it's a pick that you can push in the front of your cigar to kind of open it up a little bit for you. All right. So it came with a few cool gadgets. I got this thing off Amazon for about $25, but like I said, this thing works pretty good. It works pretty good. All right. And also, before we get started, we got a bottle of Willet Bourbon. Kentucky straight bourbon by Willet. I got this bottle out of Maryland because, like I said, it's so hard to kind of get bottles of Willet anyway in the state of Virginia. So I poured us up a drink. Like I said, we got that good old Willet right there for anybody that you know about good bourbon. Not the bullshit bourbon, but the good bourbon. All right, so there we go. So guys, we are going to be talking about pre-trip inspection and pre-trip maintenance on your bike, right? To make this thing simple and easy, right? For me, I don't run Syn 3 on my bike. I run Mobil 1 because Mobil 1, I think, is a lot better than Syn 3, my personal opinion. Price-wise, it's a lot better than Syn 3. I mean, you can get a quart of Mobil 1 for probably about $8, $9, right? From Walmart or AutoZone or Advanced AutoZone. Depends on where you guys go to choose to get your type of oil, right? And you can run it in all three holes, right? So, pre-trip maintenance. You're going to change your oil. That's 5 quarts. You're going to change your primary. That's 1 quart. And you're going to change your transmission oil. That's 1 quart. So you're going to need a total of 7 quarts total for your oil change, right? Now, you may not use all 5 quarts for your oil, right? You probably may use about 4.5, a little over a half. But you probably won't, depending on your bike or whatever, however you like to run, how full you like to run yours, you probably won't use the whole 5, right? You're roughly going to use probably about 28 ounces or 30 ounces in your primary, depending on your primary, whether it's dry, wet, or whatever, how empty it is. But if you empty it all the way out, or depends on however you see your level touching the bottom of your, when you open up your primary cover, right? Open up that derby cover, you got to be touching right at the bottom, right? And of course, when you check your transmission fluid, you're going to be looking in there on that fill stick, right? So you're always going to want to do that. If you are running a liquid cool bike, so your bike takes coolant, you are going to want to check your coolant, right? But also on these long road trips, I would advise you guys to take a quart of oil. Depending on how you're cruising, how your bike runs, you are going to want a quart of oil, right? So a quart of oil, that will be good for you guys. please make sure that you take some a set of Allen keys, SAE and metric. Please take some star bits with you on the road. Please also, just another thing, take something that way if you stuck somewhere, you are able to remove a tire, right? If you catch a flat, you're able to remove a tire or something. That way you're able to get to your nearest Harley Davidson and you can get in to put a new tire on and you can get back to your bike and slap that tire on and pound back down the road, right? That's just some of my personal opinion or just my personal advice for some of you guys, right? Another thing that I would take, I would get one of those, I don't know if it's Lexan or Nexan, them little automatic air pumps. I would make sure I pack one of those for the road. They're like battery operated, or I believe they're rechargeable. Also, get you a tire repair kit. You can get those things from Harbor Freight. They're pretty cheap in there. You can go there and get a couple packs of those. Take those on the road with you. But also, before you go, just also look at your bike. Go over it. Check every single nut and bolt, every single screw. Like I say, some of my buddies, they just got back from California. They did the I-10 to the end run, right? And he brought his wife bike past here. So I installed some things for her, but also I double checked over her bike, make sure every single thing was tight. Her primary cover, just every single thing that I could. You know, primary, trans, cam, floorboards, every single thing. Because guess what? Those are the least things that we do not look out for, right? So a couple of the buddies that rode out there with them, they left in different ways. Hey, dog, some of my screws backed out. Hey, man, I lost this on the road. Hey, man, this screw, fell out. Due to the vibration of these bikes that we have, the vibration that we get from the bikes, sometimes you might want to put a little bit of thread locker. Sometimes these screws do back out. I remember one morning we was getting ready to go do a small ride, and I pull up to the gas station to get gas before we took off. I look down. One of my primary screws backing out, right? These things happen on these type of bikes, right? So you just want to make sure that everything is double checked. You want to also check your tire pressure, your front and your rear tire. I believe it should be somewhere between 35 PSIs, right? Don't quote me if I'm wrong. Some of you guys may, but I think if I remember right, correctly, it's supposed to be around there, right? Like I say, make sure that you walk around your bike. Make sure that you operate your left signal, your right signal. Make sure every single light on your bike is properly functioning, right? I know I dropped my bike off to go and get some work done to it, right? To my audio guys. I didn't even notice it, but I guess when they were putting my bike back together, they were connecting everything back together, but they must have crossed up one of the plugs for my rear brakes, right? And those things was not illuminating. They were not lighting up, right? But it's just small gestures that you sometimes don't notice or you don't think to go and check. I would check, right? Also, on these things, right? Please make sure if you are traveling long distance, you take a can of gas or something that you can have gas in, right? Because when you're going through these deserts or anything out there, or you got a long stretch of road and you don't have a gas station in sight and you're riding with someone, everybody's bike does not burn the same, right? We're going to go ahead and say this. Depending on what type of engine work you got, I can tell you right now, my bike is only getting about roughly 165 to 170 miles per tank, right? Which is decent. And of course, highway miles is a lot different, but it depends on how fast you are running, right? And it depends on how your bike is tuned, right? I know sometimes we can come on YouTube and everybody be like horsepower, 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 right? Okay, if your tuner tunes for that, right, you're going to have horsepower, right? But you're going to sacrifice something. You're going to have good horsepower, you're going to have shitty gas mileage. One of the two. I mean, Ain't no way around that, right? You want to go up in displacement? Okay, we're going to go up in it. But now you kind of got to figure out if you want to sacrifice that, right? So that's another thing. Also, please make sure that whatever luggage you are traveling with, it is waterproof. That's all part of your pre-trip inspection, right? Please make sure that you also have some type of cash on you. So this pre-trip inspection, pre-trip maintenance, but it's also some advice too. Make sure you have some cash on you because everywhere do not accept card. Just make sure you got some dollars in your pocket, right? Rain gear. Make sure you got an extra cord. I don't know if yours plug into your helmet. Like I say, I like to use the Harley helmet and microphone. Reason why I like to use the Harley mic, their boom, right, is because it works better than I think anything on the market. Hey, we can leave the conversation open, but I have talked to guys who wear all of those different headpieces. Nothing compares to that, and those guys sound like they're inside of a fishbowl. That's just my personal opinion. This is why I like the Limiteds or the CVOs and this style. Harley, I know some of you guys, some of y'all newer bikes don't have that plug-in. Y'all might want to reconsider, and I think y'all might want to go ahead and put it on your bike because that is a perk. I may be wrong. They may have something that's Bluetooth, but I like my straight plug-in system. So, guys, please pack another one of those cords if you do have one. Please pack a whole nother helmet if you can fit that in your bike. You just never know what's going to happen. All right? Also, mid-ride, please check your fluids. Depending on how far you're going, please check your fluids. All right? Because depending on the climate change and everything, your bike is going to run differently. Right? It's going to run differently. Gas on the East Coast is different from gas on the West Coast, right? Gas gas burns different as you start to travel a little bit, right? Gas prices also go up. This is just some advice from me. Guys, if you know you're going to take long rides, go ahead and get you a new tire, right? Normally, the ratio for back tire and front tire is 2-to-1. So you're going to replace 2 back tires before you replace your front tire, right? That's just a normal thing. But I just purchased a set of tires. Depends on Metzler's, Dunlops, Shinkos, whatever you like to ride. Shinkos 777, Cinco 999s, whatever you like to ride. That's just your preference, right? I just got a great deal. Some guys are like, oh, motherfucker, I'm riding, right? And I can buy a shitload of them if I really wanted to. But I just got some Shinko 999s. And I ordered those from Cycle Gear. But next time, I will be ordering my tires off fucking eBay. Because like I say, you bargain for your price. And they are a lot cheaper for your tires on eBay. So you just want to make sure that. Also, check the wear on your brakes. Check your brake fluid. Please check those things. Please check those things. Guys, also, if you are running chain conversion, please make sure that you properly clean and lubricate your chain. Right? Please make sure you properly clean and lubricate your chain. Those are some things that I would do if I was you on a trip. Some of you guys may do this. This video may be useful to others who haven't done this, right? If you guys don't, please go down to your local Cycle Gear or wherever you get your clothing from. Get you some riding pants, right? You can never be too safe. Go and get you some riding pants. That way, if anything happened, those pants are weatherproof. Those pants have a protective lining on it. You just never know, right? So you always have to expect the unexpected, guys. And, I just kind of like to drop some of those tips and jewels because you never know. You got some guys who just started to ride motorcycles or who just got a Harley and they don't know. And they buddy like, hey, come on and roll with me. And they jump on their bike and thinking they're good and they don't know none of this, right? So I'm just trying to inform the uninformed. Also, guys, if y'all are going to be traveling, taking trips or whatever, I I will advise you to get rid of that stock Harley headlight. That's just my own personal preference. Some of you guys may agree, some of you guys may not agree, right? Get rid of that stock Harley headlight because it didn't give me enough light or comfortability on the road. That was just my biggest thing. So I went ahead and jumped out there and I got the Baja lights, right? Those are very, very good. But if you guys don't want to spend Cali Ray's Moto Baja type money, then there is also a cheaper alternative. You can go and get the Shark Denims by Custom Dynamics. You can also get some other lights by Avant Black. You can also get some other cheaper lights by Custom Dynamics, right? It depends on your own preference, right? Don't let Cam be the one to sell you on some stuff. And you be like, man, I could have saved some money. Hey, look, I like to spend my money on something that I know is worth the money. Even though the biggest debate, and you hear Custom Dynamics say their headlights are legal, that is true. But I haven't had any issues with my Cali Ray's Moto Baja lights being as bright as they are. I have not. And you're talking about 22,000 lumens. You're talking about 11.5 per headlight. And I'm getting ready to go ahead and add the S1 or the S2 pods on the brake calipers to give me a little bit more light, right? That's what I'm getting ready to do because like I say, man, I had my vision corrected. So I like to make sure that I can see at night, right? That's just my thing. I like to make sure that I can see at night. Also, if you guys are running a Harley Boom headset, just another tip. I just found this out, but a lot of you guys may have also known. You can also play the music inside of your headset instead of trying to wear your speakers out. You can go in, change the settings, and play it inside your headset, and you can change it really quick, right? So I just wanted to drop that jewel on you guys also for some of you guys who don't know. Also, if you guys don't want to spend the Harley money on that Harley luggage, you can also go on to Amazon.com, type in motorcycle luggage. Please look at the stuff that Kimimoto also have. Kimimoto has a great selection of travel bags. They are also waterproof. They are also a little bit more cost efficient, right? This is just some advice for me to give to some of you guys who's just starting out. No, I'm not being paid by Kimimoto. No, I'm not sponsored on this video by Kimimoto. But I will tell you, they do have some great stuff for great prices. Also, Harley do have some great stuff for great prices, right? But it just all depends on your budget and how much you are willing to spend, right? How much are you willing to spend or to invest in yourself on this trip? Also, you can go on to Harley and order a Harley toolkit. They do have some nice toolkits that have all of the necessary tools that you need for while you're out on the road. They may not have the stuff that can pull off a tire or whatever, but that is for your own personal knowledge. That is for you to figure that out, right? What you need and what works great, or take the tips that I'm giving you from this video, guys. Sorry, allergies. I'm a little under the weather. I actually just got finished cutting the grass or whatever. But like I was saying, these are little tips and tricks that I can give you guys, right? Please take everything I'm saying to you. Please try to apply some of these things because it can be helpful and it can be useful, right? Make sure you also have a jump box on your bike. You never know what's going to happen, right? Let me show you what I got. Of course, I did a review on it, but I'm going to show you what I also keep in my bike. Guys, I got this from Sam's Club because it was a little cheaper than my AutoZone or whatever. But this is my jump box. It jumps my truck. It jumps the car. it jumps everything for the little $90 that I spent. This is the NOCO Boost. This is the NOCO Boost, right? Turn it on. Of course, it's fully charged because I also always make sure that I put this thing on the charger because I never know when I'm going to need it, right? So that's the pack. It comes with this, the cables that you plug into it. Of course, like I said, if you guys have never jumped a bike before and you're watching this video for the first time, the starter, right? Give you a little advice. If you got a Road Glide, Street Glide, right? Road King, whatever. The starter, you can see the back of the starter on your right-hand side of the bike, right? It is literally located directly behind. It looks like a little cylinder, right? Directly behind your oil or your transmission dipstick, right there. And you're going to pull that little rubber cap back, and you're going to take your positive and grip the back of it. And you're going to take your negative, and you can latch onto a bolt or something, right? Turn your box on, give it about a couple seconds, and turn over your bike. That's how you jump start your bike, guys. Right? I'm only here to give you guys some advice, because maybe one day this can actually help you out when you are out by yourself. These Harleys are a lot heavier than crotch rockets. Of course, crotch rockets, man, I can take it pop because vroom, I'm going by myself. These things a lot more weight unless you on the incline. Shit, you ain't going nowhere. Also, make sure if you got some spare change, guys, some money that you can spend, get you a better seat. Get you something with a little bit of gel in it. Get you a seat from that Van Black. If you really want to ball out and you want to get you something fly, shit, go ahead and get you a Corbin coupe seat. Get you something comfortable. You're gonna be on this bike. You want to make sure it float like a Cadillac, right? You can either get the regular Olin shocks. You can get you some Screaming Eagle shocks. You can get you some Legend shocks. You can get you some progressive shocks. But guys, make sure you get that suspension right on that bike. It's going to make a world of difference. It's going to make a world of difference, right? But I'm just giving you some tips of what I think would work for me and work for you. Guys, thank you for tuning in to Baggers and Bourbon. Of course, I am your boy Cam. Please log on to baggersandbourbon.com. Please purchase yourself a hat. Please purchase yourself some stickers. Please continue to support the channel so I can keep more and more videos coming. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And to all of my current subscribers, thank you guys for your support. And to my guy, hold on. To my guy Joey, right? Hold on, I got something special for you. To my guy Joey, right? Hey, look. He heard me say I wanted some Willet, right? He was the second subscriber, right? Because I want to shout out my dude Lil Solo from Dogs for Life MC out of Tyler, Texas. But because he sent me some Wellers and some Hogs 3. But Joey, my guy, out of Ohio, he sent me some Willet. And actually, man, he was the one that purchased my Jackpots RTX because he knew when I posted at Burns, hey, look, man, that dude, I actually just talked to him today. He called me at work. We was talking and whatever, and he plugged me in with his guy. Great guys, Joey, Zach, Hallstein Designs. As you know, them boys be creating a lot of different things. But I'm going to pull up a shot for you before we get up out of here, right? Because he sent me this bottle of Willet right here. This one in my hand. And I grabbed the other one to go with this Willet out of Maryland. But he sent me this from Ohio. Because y'all know how Virginia is. Virginia don't get shit. And shout out to my boy Kelly B. Gladden. We talk all the time. He texts me. He give me little tips of the trade. I give him advice. And then shit, he gave me some advice the other day about burping my bike. Hey, look, another tip before we end out. If you guys are going to the gas station, rock your bike back and forth. Burp that joint because your gas tank have air in it, right? So it's just like a baby. You want to get that air out. I went to go fill up the other day and my bike's at 130 miles. I'm like, man, something ain't right. I'm getting ready to call and lay my dyno tuner out. I go to fill up a second time and I remember what Kelly told me, shake your bike. Man, I shook the bike. That joint almost took about a gallon, almost a gallon and a half more worth of gas in the bike, right? But shout out to those guys. Those are some great guys. But again, please do not forget to log on to baggersandbourbon.com. Purchase yourself a hat. Purchase yourself some stickers. Continue to support the channel. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, I'm your boy Cam, and we out. Peace.